All right, session 2 of the day with the 105 Masters Men has started about 3 minutes ago. Apologize for the late start with the live stream. Helps when you plug. It actually helps when you plug in the computer, so the battery doesn't run out. Is that right, Jim?
Absolutely. We apologize for the delay. We are underway now, and we've had 3 lifters so far. Right now, our 4th lifter is Stephen Fleming from Canada. These are all going to be 105 kilo lifters today in the Masters 2, 3, and 4. He's a Masters 3 in his 60s. He's opening with 135. Well, that looks strong and easy, like an opener should. 3 whites. If you tuned in looking for the Masters 1, they're not going to be included in this flight. They will follow immediately. So the first lifter we had was Dan Royer, M3 from Canada. He opened with 90 kilos, and he was successful with 3 whites. Then we had John Moore from the United States. He's an M4, which is 70 and over. He's 80 years old. He opened with 115, very narrow grip, and pushed it right up, 3 whites. Then we had Don Zambilan from the United States, M4, and he missed with his 115. So now we have Dana Rosenzweig. He's one of the coaches for the United States team. M3, he's opening with 135, and that's a strong, easy opener. And let me tell you, it's going to be hard for him because he has put in many hours helping the rest of the team, and this is his time to not be unselfish. This is time for him to get his, as I just told him. Next up, we have the British legend, Tom Collins. He's an M4, and he's opening here at 145 kilos. That is just a shade under 320 pounds. He's an M4. And he is definitely a legend back on his side of the pond. But his greatness precedes him over here also. And of course that was easy. That was easy opener. Yes, and that will almost undoubtedly secure the gold in the Masters 4 category. He is head and shoulders above, frankly, anyone in the whole category, regardless of weight class. Next up, we have Stanislas Couty from France, opening with 150 kilos, 330 pounds. We always round down on the pounds there.
Jim, is it me or is the room a little bit louder this session?
It's definitely more full. I'm sorry, but they missed a lot of great lifting in the women's session this morning.
Yes, they did. Zoom out in the picture.
But the room is full now. And it seems a bit more spirited. And that was a nice, smooth press. 3 whites. So we always want to see a lot of green, a lot of white lights in the openers. It's just almost no excuse for missing, unless you're sick or injured or you traveled a long way. All right, next up we have Guy Lepage from Australia, also opening 150. He's an M2. And he's in what I would call the second tier of the Masters 2. There's a group at the top, and then there's a group in the second half.
Oh, yeah, there's a clear demarcation line.
It wasn't easy, but it was smooth. He powered it. Again, when speaking of traveling a long way, unfortunately he's been here a couple of days, so that definitely helps to acclimate. Although I can tell you when I went to New Zealand, I never did acclimate.
Really?
I had to lift late in the afternoon, and I woke up at midnight, never got back to sleep. All right, so here we have Kevin Hutchinson from the United States. multi-time champion, Masters 3. He's opening with 152.5. 336 pounds.
Jim, is that the farthest you ever traveled New Zealand for competition?
Absolutely. My only other time across was Bratislava, Slovakia. And I'm a big guy traveling coach, so it wasn't very comfortable.
You need a small travel companion to go with you.
All right, so here's Kevin. He's all set. All right, that looked good. That looked easy. 3 whites, of course. Good job, Hutch.
How did you do in those locations with the travel?
The trip to Europe was fine. I mean, adjusting-wise, I didn't have any problem. I had a lack of advice problem. I went in as a clear favorite, world record holder, and snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Made up for it the next year in New Zealand. So here we have Canadian Gord Shoden opening with 160. I wouldn't call it easy, but it was smooth. And he's on the board, 3 whites there. And again, he's in the second tier of the Masters 2 group, which is the largest. So here we have this Swedish lifter, Per Hornvist, and he's opening with 165. The bar is loaded, and he is ready. And it's interesting, he's
another beautiful singlet from Titan Support. Oh, look at that for an
nice and smooth.
Just warming up. Look at that singlet from
Powered that up. 3 whites.
Support Systems.
Looking good there. And I just heard the announcer say that Titan did the singlets, the custom singlets for Sweden there.
Yes, they did.
All right. So here we have, now we get into the last 3 lifters in the flight, the upper tier of the Masters 2. And we have Anthony Sukarati from the United States. And he's opening at 187.5. That is 413. And I saw that he had just lowered that opener a few minutes ago. There's nothing wrong with lowering the opener. If only I would listen to myself. Did we announce this as a record?
No, I was just taking a peek at the records to see
Okay.
where we were.
All right. He's using the flip blocks. Oh, that was fast. All right. Nice strong opener.
Very nice, very smooth.
3 whites. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm wondering from that, how much more does he have in him? Is he going to be able to run with those the Japanese and Iran lifters?
Speaking of Iran, we have their representative here, Reza Sagai.
He's being handled and coached by Farshid, who's been a jury member and referee all day long the past 2 days.
This is a charming man. I have actually befriended him, although he doesn't speak English. Gave him one of our USA powerlifting pins, and we got a picture together. So he's a charming fellow. He looks very strong.
Looks like he's wearing SPD elbow sleeves on his knees.
So again, he's opening at 192.5 here.
Whoa.
Yeah, no problem there. He's got He's got a lot left. That looks like an opener should. Puts his hand on his heart, bows to the crowd, and a big smile. He's a very smiley guy.
Now, if memory serves correctly, for the Paralympic bench press, doesn't Iran have one of the best lifters?
Absolutely. He goes, I believe he goes 700 raw.
He's
They
in
have
the
to strap him.
330 range kilo.
Yes.
Lifting without wrist wraps and on an Olympic bar, which is very difficult too.
Absolutely. Here we have the final opener. Satoshi Ito from Japan, opening at 195. And he's a tall lifter.
I bet he's gonna have a huge arch. Look how high those safeties are.
He's got a very good arch. I don't know if I'd call it extreme, but it's very good.
Yeah.
Wide base. Nice, smooth, strong
This
lift.
is going to be an excellent battle, man.
Absolutely.
M2s.
And we'll see if Sukarati, the American, can keep up. All right, so now we're back to Daniel Royer. It's possible it could be Royer. And he's moving up 15 kilos from 90 to 105. It's going to be 231 pounds here. He's an M3. He's in his 60s.
Coached by Bill Hewitt, Secretary General, Commonwealth Powerlifting Federation.
No wrist wraps.
It's called old school.
That's right. We call that old man power.
I think I'm starting to get some of that. Since I've recovered from my injuries, I've always trained without wrist wraps, raw. I don't put them on until I put the shirt on. Oh, I don't know.
Little hitch there.
A little up and down, but let's see if the judges saw it.
He pressed it out, and we shall see. 2-1. It's good.
The chief referee saw it. But
So, Mike,
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I heard that on the radio as soon as I got in the car this morning.
Did you
on the way
really?
here? So when I saw the 3 lights here, is the center one for the head referee?
The chief, yes.
Chief referee.
As long as the referees grab the right controller, it says right, left, chief on it. As long as they grab the right ones, they should all be in the audience perspective,
All right.
in the right spot.
Oh, all right. So here we have the American Donald Zambilan retaking his opener of 115. Again, that's 253 pounds here.
Yep.
He's an M4.
Now this is the absolute right strategy. He gets this, he's going to move into second place.
Absolutely. Oh, that was smooth. That was smooth. I honestly don't remember what happened the last time, and that was 2-1. He got it, but it was 2-1. I don't know what the head referee saw there.
The chief referee was indicating that his right arm wasn't fully locked.
I should start saying chief referee. So,
That's Bill Helmick from USA, New Mexico. 75 years old.
all right, now we have, but he is, Zambilan is on the board. Now we have John Moore. He's an M4 from the United States. However, he is 80 years old. So he wished there was an M5 category. But it is 70 and above. U.S. had 2 lifters in that category. That'd be Josef Plegoff from Chicago. He competed on Monday.
Wow, look how close his grip is.
Yes, his feet, his knees are narrow together, his feet are close together, his hands are close together. And no wrist wraps. 120 kilos.
Wow.
Powers it right up. So really takes the load off the shoulders there.
So it puts it all in the arms.
Yep. Yeah, and you can actually see his elbows were more flared than his hands on the way up because the hands were so narrow. But he got it no problem. So here we have Stephen Fleming from Canada. He's moving up 10 kilos. He's currently in the 4th spot, and this is going to, if he gets this, it'll move up to the number 3 spot. He's an M3. It's interesting. He's a Canadian lifter, but I wouldn't describe his singlet as that of the colors of Canada?
Not unless I'm colorblind.
Not complaining, I'm just noticing.
He does have the maple leaf on the chest.
Yes. Oh, that was nice and smooth. Nice, strong left. 3 whites. So I don't know if those would be perhaps province colors. I don't know. I don't know where he's from. And I'm just thinking of a possible reason why he would have different colors like that. Perhaps a club. All right, so here we have the U.S. assistant coach, Dana Rosenzweig. And he's moved up 10 kilos to 145.
It's always difficult to coach and lift in the same meet.
Absolutely. He's been in the back room helping spot and load and doing the numbers and being available for everybody. Credentials. Here he goes. Well, that was nice. That was nice and strong. They're picking the right numbers for him right now. That was 319. Just a shade under 320 there.
Take a look at the board.
So that moves him into the 3rd spot.
Yep, there he goes.
On body weight. Yep, absolutely. All right. I don't know that he has enough. We'll see. I guess we're going to see, well, Tom Collins is going to be up first. Master 4. He moves up 7.5 kilos to 152.5. This is 336 pounds. He's a Master 4. The British legend. Nice base. Not easy, but he powers it through. 2 to 1s. 2 to 1.
I think the chief referee saw his elbows weren't fully locked.
Yep. Okay. Right elbow.
I noticed there was a little lag in the start command, and it's a start by majority, so I don't think the chief referee thought he was even locked at the start.
Ah, okay. So that was red from the get-go.
Yeah.
And furthermore, you only need 2 of the 3 referees for the start command.
Correct.
If the head judge doesn't feel it is, but the 2 sides put their arms down, she says, or Bill Helmick in this case says go, says start. Here we have the Frenchman, Stanislav Kochi, moving up 2.5 kilos.
Oh.
His opener was really tough, and we didn't know how much he'd have left in the tank, but that 2.5 kilos looked much stronger than the opener. So
he must have swapped out shirts or something. Oh wait, this is raw lifting.
He had the second T-shirt with more starch in it.
Okay.
Extra starch.
Extra starch.
There you go. I imagine he's probably just a little more warmed up. He's a gamer. All right, so here we have Hutch. We have Kevin Hutchinson, United States, moving up 2.5 kilos. His opener looked pretty easy to me. So this is a nice. This is a conservative. But again, this will put him in the first place. So he's 2.5 kilos over the Frenchman. So at this point, he's lifting just enough to stay in first place.
Yeah, we're noticing. At least I'm noticing a lot more smarter lifting today. First couple of days, there was just some jumps and weights that I was like, why are they doing that? They're going 5 kilos more than you need to for the win. I don't know if that was
that
locked.
Was very easy.
Yep.
3 whites there.
3 whites.
I agree totally, Mike. You're seeing much more conservative, controlled attempts, and as a result, you're seeing many more whites.
Yep.
All right, next up we have the Australian, Guy Lepage. And he is moving up 5 kilos. He also had a struggle on his opener. So this is going to be an interesting attempt to see here.
Maybe he woke up a little bit from the long flight.
Or maybe he went to the start shirt. All right. He's powering it, the sticking point, and it stalls. All right, so our suspicions were confirmed. So he had 2.5 kilos left in him, I believe. And if he'd have taken the 152.5, I think it would have gone, but the 55 did not. So brings up the Swedish lifter, per Hornvis. And he's moving up 5 kilos to 170, and he's currently in 4th place. And this will keep him in 4th place right now.
And it looks like there's going to be a battle for 4th place with Shadorn from Canada.
Yes. Yes, there will be a battle for 4th there. Although Per from Sweden is the lighter lifter. Smooth and strong. No hitch there. 3 whites. And followed up with his 4th place competitor here as well. So actually he's in 5th, and this will keep him in 5th on body weight.
Yep.
But it'll position him that they'll have some strategy in the 3rd round. Although again, the Canadian is the heavier lifter. So Gord Shoden is up with 170. And I do apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name. That looked real good. 3 whites there. All right, so we're going to watch those two as the numbers come in for the third attempts. And now we're down to the last 3 lifters, that upper tier of the Masters 2 here in the 105s. And we have the American, Anthony Sukarati. He's at 195, 7.5 kilo jump. And this would move him into the number 1 spot right now. So he's currently ranked 3rd. This would be to take the lead, with the other 2 to follow.
And that's a smart jump if you're going to use 5 kilos or 5 to 7 kilos behind the openers. Make the other guys make the lifts. Good.
All right. It wasn't easy, but he powered it through with 3 white lights. Good job. And again, we think that was a very prudent attempt call. So now we have the Japanese lifter, Satoshi Ito, with 200 kilos.
Been powerlifting for 17 years now. Satoshi, Japan.
All right, so right now Sukarati has the lead with 195. He's calling for 197.5 on his 3rd. Ito here has 200. This would be to take the lead, but it would be to take the lead by 5 whole kilos, as opposed to taking 202.5. I'm sorry, instead of 197.5. So this is 200 kilos, 441. I wouldn't call it easy, but it was smooth. He has more in the tank. 3 whites. So this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a real battle. So here we have the Iranian, the last lifter, heaviest second attempt in the flight, at 205. So again, this is a fairly big jump. This is bigger than he had to jump.
Yeah, especially being the lower body weight and the higher lot number.
Absolutely. He could have just stalked Ito off the pace and beat him on body weight.
He's a civil engineer. Masters 2. Been powerlifting for a long time now.
So he shouts before he sits on the bench. Not a big arch, not a wide stance. Oh, that was strong.
That was strong, but I don't know how much more he's got left.
He has less left in the tank than the Japanese, but however, he already has a 5 kilo lead on him.
Now this is going to be interesting to see what Iran puts in for their 3rd and final attempt, because to me, I wouldn't go more than 2.5 kilos, which would
right, because you can always change it.
Yep.
You can always change it. So right now, he's in 2nd place. No, I'm sorry, he's in 1st place with a 205. The Japanese lifter has put in 207.5. but the Japanese lifter is heavier. So all the Iranian has to do is tie him and win on body weight. And plus you have 2 changes on the third attempts.
And that's exactly what they did.
Well, that's smart coaching.
Yep.
And his coach is one of the referees. Not in this fight. All right, so now third attempts, we have Daniel Royer from Canada. Another 5 kilo jump to 110. Oh, not today. He hit a wall right there. The 105 looked real good, but that 5 kilo jump, just too much today, folks. Next up, we have John Moore, the M4 wannabe M5, 80 years old.
He's a Masters 4, powerlifting for only 10 years.
That's right. I was talking to him last night. He said he started at the age of 70. Started benching at the age of 70. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you know a 70-year-old who's not benching, get him started. John Moore challenges you. He's moving up 2.5 kilos to 122.5. That is 270 pounds. Okay, so this is the 231-pound class. He's benching 40 pounds over his body weight at the age of 80.
Yep. And just a reminder for all those people listening on the live stream, this is a drug-tested competition. These lifters are randomly selected for drug testing.
No, it's so close. Oh. He was powering through the sticking range. Almost broke through and it stalled right at the top of that range, right before the lockout. All right, 30 attempt here for, we have Donald Zambilin, I'm sorry, I don't have the pronunciation, and I should because he's my teammate. So he's moved up 7.5 kilos, 122.5, and he's a Masters 4. So he's looking to move up to second place here over John Moore, well behind Tom Collins. Not easy, but it's smooth. He locks that out. 2 to 1. 2 to 1, he gets it. He didn't want to get up till he saw the lights.
Yeah, there's a couple of schools of thought of that. Some people say, rack it with authority, walk out like you made it, and might influence the judge.
I don't want to do anything to show up the judge. It's kind of like when you got a 3-2 count in baseball and that pitch and you drop the bat and head to first and he calls you out. You have to go back and pick up the bat. The umpires don't like that. So here we have the Canadian Stephen Fleming, and he's making a 7.5 kilo jump. He's currently in 4th place. If he makes this, he will move into 3rd place.
Yeah, he's playing for the medal.
All right, but he's heavier than Dana Rosenzweig. So Dana can make his. We'll see.
No.
Nope, that stabled him. And again, a Canadian with the blue and the green. And
could just be favorite colors. Who knows?
I like it. It's cool, but it just doesn't look traditionally Canadian. That's all.
So I'm curious to see if Dana has this in his tank, or is that a dummy number to try to outrun the Canadian?
So here we have the aforementioned Dana Rosenzweig, assistant coach, making a 7.5 kilo jump. Currently has 3rd place sewn up. He's looking to make silver here.
Let's go. Come on, Dana.
Well, this actually
Looking to move into 2nd place.
Yep. He's got silver. He's got bronze locked up.
Let's go.
Yes. Has the bronze in hand, looking for silver.
Ooh,
no, not
a little too much.
See, and right there, folks, the fact that he missed that is due to his unselfishness. The fact that he's willing to sacrifice his time and effort to helping the rest of us on the team. All respect to Dana. We really appreciate everything he's done. All right, so we have a third attempt change here in the Masters 2. We have the Australian, Guy Lepage. He missed his second attempt at 155. Says he's taking it again. So someone else made a change. So that means that Guy is up.
Here goes Guy Lepage. 155 on the bar for Guy. Bars loaded for the man, for the stockbroker from Australia.
All right, so he's currently in 6th place.
Place of AC/DC for the Aussies.
He's in 6th and not making a move out of it. So
No.
right here, you just try to hit a PR.
Now, this is the case. He listed his PR as 162. This is 7 kilos below that. But again, he came all the way from Australia. He's really struggling here, and no, that fails fairly low. Again, that's just indicative of how there's so many factors. I mean, we don't know if there's something tweaked or a cold or just simply the travel.
Yeah. Oh, that could be a 10-year-old PR.
That's very possible.
Bars loaded. Classic bench press world champion and the current Masters 4 Classic world record holder at 155 kilos. Bars loaded.
All right, so we have Tom here, Tom Collins, the British legend. He's calling for 156.
And this is a world record by 1 kilo.
So it's interesting that he's going over it by 1 full kilo instead of a half kilo. You only have to break the world record by a half kilo. They have these tiny chips. But he has chosen to break it by 1 full kilo at 156.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't matter. He powered that. I was
Drove
just
that
noting
home.
as you were off the air that he chose to break it by 1 kilo instead of a half kilo.
Yep.
But he got 2 to 1. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Congratulations, Tom.
Who sings that song?
Meatloaf.
Yeah, okay. I was blinded by the dashboard light there, so.
All right, now we have the Frenchman Stanislas Cucci. And this is in 2nd place.
Look at him.
And this is the looking to put himself into gold medal position. 157.5.
Oh,
That looked to me as strong as the second one, and they both look better than the opener.
yep. That puts the pressure on the Hutchinson from the USA.
So it's all up to Hutch now. So here he is, Kevin now in 2nd place with his final attempt. He's taking a 5 kilo jump. This is for the gold. And I believe he did it last year in South Africa, and he's looking to go back to back. He is the heavier lifter, so he did have to go 2.5 kilos over.
All comes down to this lift. Between gold and silver.
I don't know if that was a tradition, that he just pulled himself and touched his nose to the bar.
The press man throws it up.
It's good. I think it's good.
Let's see what the judges
The
say.
left arm lagged a little bit. 3 white lights. He waves to the crowd. Here's another gold medal for Hutch. He's dropped some weight over the years. All right. So here we have third attempt change. The Swedish lifter, Per Hornqvist. And he's going to 177.5.
All right. Are we ready, Chucky? Change again. We have
We have another change.
It's a chess match now. We have another change. They're duking it out. The coaches are duking it out in the back. Different lifter. All right, Barnes loading. I'm sorry. Barnes loading.
Not sure I understand what happened there. There was a change. But he's in 4th place, and this is to stay in 4th place.
Yep. There's a little bit of fight for 4th place here.
177.5, and that is stalling at the bottom. Not today. He wears that cool Swedish singlet off.
Sojin's trying to go for that 4th place now.
I see. So now we have the Canadian Gord Shoden with a 10-kilo change.
They can only go up here. They can't go down. Canada's looking to make the change.
Well, if the weight's not on the bar, he can drop down.
Yeah, well, he would have had it. Oh, actually, yeah, he can go down 177.5.
Right,
That's what they did.
They had not loaded the 180 yet.
I got the lot numbers reversed in my head there.
It's okay.
If Sojin had a lower lot number than the Swedish lifter, he would not be able to.
Well, this just shows. This is also, don't forget, this is competition for team points.
Absolutely.
So there's more than just the individual. This is different at Worlds where we have team competition. And ideally, your first responsibility is to the team. So this is the difference in 1 point. It goes 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. So again, this is 177.5 to move up to 4th place. He's fighting, but not today. A valiant effort. All right, now we're down to our final 3 lifters, I'm sorry. So the first one we have is Anthony Sukarati. He's in 3rd position right now, so he has bronze sewn up, and he's looking to move. If he gets this, he's looking to move into the silver spot on body weight right now.
Yep.
To tie the Japanese lifter. We believe the Japanese lifter has more in the tank, but strategy-wise, if he ends up taking a number too big, it could cost him the silver. So Ito has some concern above and below.
Here's the thing to consider too. Japan didn't bring a referee, so technically they should be losing scores for their team points.
Interesting. So this is 200 kilos. 441. Powers it. Right hand. Not today.
So he walks away the bronze medalist.
So he still has the bronze.
Another change.
All right, so now we have the Japanese lifter and the Iranian lifter left. Ito has gone to 210. Now the Iranian has the advantage here because the Iranian is the lighter lifter and has the higher lot number, so he could make the Japanese lifter go first if they tie, and that's what's happening. So Ito went to 210, and the Iranian lifter followed to 210, and because the Japanese lifter has a lower lot number, he has to go first. The Iranian lifter can make the same weight and win on body weight. So we have some perfect strategy here, if you make the weight. Again, this is a case where if Ito misses this and Sukarati had made his, then Ito would have lost the silver. But now he has at least the silver wrapped up, but he wants the gold. Nice wide base. Strong setup. No, not at all. So we thought he had the 207, but apparently there was a wall there. He did not have that. So the Iranian lifter has won.
Yep. I'm curious to see if they make one more change to. Nope, no.
You can't drop the weight. The weight's on the bar. He can move up to whatever he wants.
This is a glory lift. He's got the gold locked up.
So we are going to hear the national anthem of Iran. And I can tell you right now, he doesn't speak a word of English, but boy, he smiles all over the place. He is rejoicing in the back. And I can tell you right now, it's hard to make this lift when you know you've won. It happened to Joe McAuliffe yesterday. Once Rigby missed, and Joe mentally had the edge taken off. He admitted that. Great job, Joe, if you're listening. So here's Reza Sakai. That a little, I don't say a hitch, I'd say a stall. I would call that good. 2-1, 2-1. And he is just happy as a clam. He hugs his coach. Great job, great job. He bows. Look at him. All right, so we are immediately going to go into the Masters 1. But that was tremendous. That's what this is all about. You know, there's so much going on in the world, but we leave that all behind here. This is all about sport and sportsmanship. And there was plenty of that here. So we have only 8 lifters in the Masters 1 flight here. We're going to start off with the Japanese lifter, Kaidi Yoshida, with 140 kilos. Oh, easy. Again, like an opener should be. Next up, Canadian Vince Green, opening with 170. So we have some tight numbers here. This should be a good battle, especially at the very top of the flight. Again, Vince here is opening with 170. Not a smooth transition on the handoff there. But he got it under control, pressed it up. 3 weights on that. Good job. And I don't know if they're going to take a break at the end of each round, since there's fewer than 10.
Well, the rule is fewer than 6 to get compensatory time. So.
Okay. So this will be a super fast flight. So we have the Swedish lifter, Mats Rindemark.
Here comes the Viking from Sweden.
This is Thor. Someone had joked that he should bring out a hammer and hand it to the coach when he lifts.
He should. Probably the chief referee.
172.5. This is a 380 opener. Yes, he's blonde with long flowing locks. Nicknamed Thor. At least that's the one we've given him. Ooh. That hit the bottom of the sticking range and just fell. So
they
hopefully
might require him to put his hair up too.
Yep.
For the rules.
He's looking at his coach in wonderment there. Next we have Clint Poore, United States of America. And I'll bet he'd want me to say Kentucky. He's the state chair of Kentucky. Doing a great job in that state, building USAPL, USA powerlifting in that state. So he's opening at 182.5. That is 402. He competed at the Arnold a month or so ago and ended up with a little shoulder injury. Ice bag on it. He's not 100%. I'm going to say that. but he is going to give it a go.
Clint's a competitor, though. He's going to bring everything he's got right here and leave it on the table.
Absolutely. And you're going to hear him on this microphone later today. He's doing his usual enthusiastic job. Nice base.
Drives it home.
I wouldn't call it easy, but it was smooth. 2-1. 2-1.
2-1 ain't bad.
All right. So apparently there was an elbow issue there. Next up, we have Jani Hamasmaki from Finland with 185. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the IPF to extend our condolences to the Finnish team for the loss of their 105 lifter, Sami Makela. Passed away suddenly about 6 weeks ago.
There's been a lot of recent losses of the powerlifting family recently.
So he's opening up at 185 at just a tad under 408. He's got the Dave Doan look there. Dave, if you're listening, you see that? He's got that nice flat top there. That Dave is somehow getting from someone since his barber moved away. Nice, easy opener. 3 whites there for Yanni. Next up, we have Joseph Schaefer from the United States. And again, these are all Masters 105 kilos, so 231 pound weight class, and they're all in their 40s. So Joe's opening at 192.5. 424. So later today, we expect to see our first 500-pound bench, 227.5 and above. And that should be from Horace Lane in the 120s. Next flight, next session. So here's Joe. Oh, nice smooth opener. There's plenty more in the tank there. 3 whites.
I'll never forget the first national meet I ever went to. It's the first time I met you. And I saw Horace Lane bench. And, I warmed up in the same rack as Dan Goodrow. Unforgettable experience. I won't say if it was for the better or for the worse, but it was unforgettable.
All right, so we have a Finnish lifter here, Jussi Kuusikko. And he is opening at 195. He too has kind of long hair, but not as long and wild as the Swede there.
No handoff needed.
There you go, no handoff. Nice and easy. Now that's interesting because his hair is long enough that it covers the bench, preventing the chief referee from seeing his head come off. All right, so now we have a Brazilian lifter, a Lopes Valdecir. Might be with a B, Valdecir. I remember my high school Spanish.
It's actually Portuguese, so different language.
Thank you. So I don't know if they too pronounce their V's with a B, but I sit corrected. Portuguese is the official language of Brazil.
I had the pleasure of coaching and competing in Brazil in 2015 at the Pan American 3 lift.
So Lopez has 195. All right. So he got an immediate replace because his hands were too wide. So Chief Referee Helmick did him a favor there by not making him hold it for 5. It's a very sporting thing to do. Easy lift, easy lift. But when he laid down the first time, his hands were too wide. The rings are 32 inches, 81 centimeters, if I have those numbers correct.
Correct.
81.
And
the widest grip allowed is to have the index fingers cover those. They cannot be wider than the rings.
In the past few weeks, we got a lot of sad news. And today,
Here we go.
let's see if you can't get Gaston on the.
And all Sir Salazar lifters from the past passed away and officials. So we're looking now here for Maki Lasami. He should be here today, but unfortunately he passed away. And therefore we will notice that the bar is open for Makali. Stand up for 1 minute of silence, please.
Mr. Referee, Sammy has taken his last bench press. God bless.
All right. Well, that was a classy move. That was a classy move.
Fill everybody in the internet land what that was for.
I did a few minutes ago. I didn't know they were going to do this. But, so yes, in case you missed it, President Gaston Farage, we put a weight on the bar and put Sammy's name up on the screen, and we observed a moment of silence for 1 minute. And then we announced that his, quote, lifting, unquote, would be done for the day. So a very solemn moment, but very appropriate. All right, so here we have Akihira Yoshida. So now we're starting second attempts, and he's moving up 15 kilos from 140 to 155.
Round 2. Second attempt.
Oh, that was nice. Sometimes a 15-kilo jump on the second attempt is worrisome, but not there. He has plenty more in the tank there.
But if I remember correctly, he blew up his opener.
He blew that up. All right, so the Swedish lifter Mats Rindemark is retaking his opener of 172.5. And you called it, Mike. He now has his hair in a ponytail. So Thor has a ponytail.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Thunder God himself, Thor. That's Rindemark.
However, when you miss your opener, I guess you feel a little less Thor-like. He needs to get his confidence back. Nice wide stance. Strong setup. Again, he's got that cool Swedish singlet from Titan.
There he goes.
Very determined. He fought that. 2-1. He got a red number 3 there, and There are a number of reasons you could have gotten that, and I didn't see any of them. Doesn't mean I wasn't there, it just means I didn't see it. Next up, we have Canadian Vince Green. He's moving up 7.5 kilos. Currently in 7th place. He's moving up to 6th. Again, don't forget, we have team points across all weight classes, competitions, so every place matters. Just because you don't make the platform doesn't mean you don't try to move up. And of course, you want to do your best anyway. You've come this far, you're going to compete. You're competing with yourself also. Nice and smooth. I wouldn't call it easy, but it was nice and smooth. 3 whites. Punches an uppercut into the air and goes off satisfied for now. All right, this brings up Clint Poore from the United States of America, great state of Kentucky. Moving up 2.5 kilos to 185. He's currently in 5th place. This will move him up to 4th. So 185, that's just a tad under 408.
Clint, one of the most outgoing competitors we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. He is one of those extroverts and a natural leader.
Ooh.
All right, that came off the chest about 5-6 inches and then just fell back. So
he's not operating at 100% right now. So.
Absolutely, the shoulder's bothering him. I'm sure he'll come back. I mean, he's not going to quit, but he'll take it again. All right, so we have Jani Hamasmaki moving up 5 kilos from Finland. Key of the Dave Doan haircut. I'd like to put a level on that. 190 kilos. Just a tad under 419. I did say I was running down, so I should say 418.
I don't know if there's more chalk in the air today or something. I'm coughing too.
Pardon me, folks.
Ooh, that didn't look real.
Not easy, but you locked it out. 2-1. So one of the side referees gave him a red. I don't know what that was for.
Blue would be either up and down or lockout, and I didn't think the lockout was fully controlled there. Looked like he was about to lose it forward. He lost his wrist.
Yeah, there's definitely, not only do you have to fully extend, but you have to hold it for the rack command.
It should be motionless.
So many guys in the gym you see that don't compete, they just press it up and go immediately into the rack, and they do their first meet. They do all the hard work, they press it up, but then they miss the rack command and don't get credit for the lift. So.
And then I love the new people, by the time they get to the deadlift, they wait for the start command in the deadlift.
Here we have Joe Schaefer from the United States of America with 195. 2.5 kilo jump.
Ooh.
And that looked like an opener.
He looks like he's a big boy.
Yes.
I'm surprised he's a 105.
That's very conservative. And that moved Joe into 2nd.
Yep.
All right. So here we have Jussi Kusiko from Finland, moving up 5 kilos to 200, 441. He's currently ranked 3rd. And this is going to move him into 1st place.
Yep.
Here in round 2 with 2 lifters to go.
This is going to be a fun battle too.
For
one
top
lifter
3
to go.
Oh, that was a great effort. Strong all the way. Not easy, but powered it up. 3
I'm back
whites.
for the manager from Finland.
All right. Here we have the Brazilian. Lopez Valdecir.
Bars loaded. Lopes Valdecir. Bars loaded. Brazil in the house. Lopes Valdecir.
Lopez has 2:02.5. He's currently in second place. And this to the Finn, Kusiko, and this is going to put him back in first place. Last attempt of the second round. There you go. It seemed to drift a little from left to right as it was coming up, but it came up evenly. 3 white lights.
Jim, have you ever had the pleasure of going to Brazil?
I have not.
I'll tell you what, the countryside there is beautiful.
I'm sure my wife wouldn't want me to meet any girls from Ipanema.
I drove from Sao Paulo to Ribeirão Preto, about a 4-hour drive across the country. It was one of the nicest drives I've ever taken.
Wow. So here we have third attempts.
He's a teacher in a college.
We have third attempts, starting with the Japanese lifter Akihari Yoshida. It says here, and I don't know what the weight on the bar is. It says 155, but that's his second attempt, which was successful. So this is more than that.
He had 165 on the bar there.
165, and that was good. It was a struggle, but it was good. He went 3 for 3. 3 white lights. Thank you. Mike was actually able to, I don't know if you saw it on the screen or just counted the plates in real time.
Well, you pointed out that it said bench press number 2, and then I was looking at the weights, but they had the correct weight on the bar, 2 reds and a blue. I know how to load kilos, but you ask me how to load pounds right now, I'm lost.
All right, so here we have Swedish lifter Mats Rundemark with 177.5. This is the guy nicknamed Thor, who missed his opener, came back and hit it, and now he's moving up 5 kilos.
See Thor bring the hammer in this last attempt.
He's currently in 7th, and this will move him to 6th. But again, folks, every team point counts. So he has 7th wrapped up. So I don't remember if they give points for 7th.
Yeah, they do the top.
Okay.
Top. Once you done 10th, it's 1 point if you get a total.
No, not today there.
Thor left his hammer back at home.
But he has the cool singlet. And as one who doesn't have much, he goes home with his nice hair.
Yep.
I'm not going home with that nice hair. So
neither am I.
Folks, Mike has a head of hair. He could just let it grow out.
No, mine will go straight up into an afro.
All right, here we have Vince Green from Canada. He's a 2 for 2, moving up 2.5 kilos to 180. So 396. Again, solidly in 6th place here.
So no, I'm surprised Canada didn't go.
Look at the body weight with him and Clint Poore.
Yeah, they're 1/100th of a point away.
1/100th of a kilo difference in the body weight. The Canadians heavier.
If that was swapped around, I would have guessed they would have won 182.
I think you're right.
Although that looked like about his max range.
And that's very interesting because I personally drove Clint Poore to a Chick-fil-A for lunch an hour ago, and he still came in lighter than the Canadian. So, good job there.
He should have supersized his order then.
I was trying to keep him ahead of the Canadian. Glad he didn't supersize it. And here's that aforementioned Clint Poore. He's currently ranked 5th. And he's comfortably in 5th.
It sounds like he's passing on his third attempt.
Oh, okay. All right, so the clock is counting down. The bar's been loaded. He's getting his 1 minute, 35 seconds, and he's not going to lift. Shoulders done.
2 o'clock today. You have up until 2 o'clock today to purchase your banquet tickets for the Masters banquet this evening. Stop by the Titan booth. Stop by the SBD booth. Stop by the USA Power booth. And stop by the Star Power booth. What? You got to let the client run to 0, right?
Let's see if the referees follow the correct procedures here and actually flash the lights.
Athletes in the first play, start getting your trap uniforms on for the awards presentation.
All right, so Clint has timed out, and the referees flash the reds, although for 2 different reasons.
Correct. It should. Somebody mentioned didn't touch the chest. I don't know who that was.
$19.99.
All right, so now we have Yanni Hamasmaki, the Finn, moving up 7.5 kilos. He's currently in 4th place. This is to try and get on the platform here in 3rd. But he's heavier than Schaefer of America, so. And the American has the higher lot number, so he's just letting Hamasmaki lead the way.
I bet.
And then Schaefer can just beat him on body weight.
If he misses this, we'll probably see a change from USA for Schaefer.
All right. Again, here is the Finnish Dave Doan Doppelganger. Ooh, how's that for an alliteration?
Dave Doan Doppelganger. Say that 3 times fast.
$197.5 here for Yanni. Oh, that stapled him at the bottom. Good effort, not today.
Yep, and we got that change as I predicted.
All right. So now we have Joe Schaefer, who has this bronze medal firmly in hand.
He's trying to make a run at the silver.
And now he's taking a run at the silver. And then the Finn Kusiko changed back. All right, so we have some strategy going on here with people
So this is
changing lifters.
This is where we currently stand. Still USA up. This will move him into 2nd place.
All right, so he's calling for 202.
Now he's only 2.5 kilos shy of going for the gold too with this lift.
Right.
And that's just on body weight. I hope you didn't drive him to Chick-fil-A.
No, I did not.
Good.
So here's Joe at 202.5.
Ooh.
And he powered that through.
He might have had 2.5 more kilos in him.
He might have. He might have. You know, I don't know if he only had 5 pounds more, but he certainly had the. But he got that, so he is in 2nd place now. So now the Finn is coming over the top. Well, he's got to come over the top to Schaefer, and that would also put him in 1st place right now with the Brazilian left to lift. So Yusi Kusiko with 205. 451.
So the Finn here just lost the 2nd place position, but is trying to jump from 3rd to 1st. Oh!
So look at that. You're right. So in gambling for the gold, he lost the silver. He could have tried to go just for the silver.
Actually, that would have been for the silver as well, or the position he couldn't really go for that.
Oh, that's right. I explained that. I'm sorry, because he's the heavier lifter. So he had to go 2.5 over Schaefer. So Schaefer really put it to him.
Yep. Schaefer
Right.
making that mess things up for everybody else.
And the Brazilian has it locked up already on body weight.
Yep.
So he could call for anything he wants, but he's staying with his 2.5 kilos.
As our buddy Clint Poor likes to say, this is a glory lift. Everybody wakes up wishing for one of these. Oh, and he drives it home.
Look at
slow.
that. So that is a good lift.
We're going to see some.
Three whites.
We're going to hear some new anthems today.
Yes, we are. We're going to go Iran and Brazil.
Yep. Of course, Brazil does have a handful of very, very good lifters. Ana Costa Rosa. The Open won the 3-lift Open World Championship last year, but it's always fun to hear somebody other than USA and a couple European countries.
Well, you are going to have Clint Poor the rest of the afternoon. I have weigh-ins for next session.
You going to make weight?
I am going to make weight. Yeah. I went to Rudy's for barbecue last night again. It's just a Wilkes Point.
Okay. No, is this the instead of the water cut? This is the barbecue cut.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I had the lean brisket instead of the no.
Jim, I'd like to wish you good luck this afternoon and make weight.
Thank you, Mike.
Remember to win the weigh-ins.
Win the weigh-ins, yes.
That's the first thing you got to do. You got to win the weigh-ins.
Well, the most tragic weigh-in thing that happened this week was the Polish lifter who slept through weigh-ins.
Oh no.
Yes, Masters 4. That was on Monday.
I was not aware of that.
That's too bad.
Well, set your alarm. Don't get into don't take that afternoon nap from after the big meal you're gonna have.
I'm gonna go outside, find a nice tree with a breeze underneath it, take a nap.
Okay.
Not. I'm ready to go. So this is Jim Ray signing off. Thank you, Mike Zielinski.
And we're gonna cut out until this afternoon and tune back into the Good Luck channel for the 120s next.